Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Affiliate ABCs. I'm one of your hosts, Deborah Carney.
And I'm your other host, Vinny O'Hare.
And today we have a very special guest. Roy, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Roy Weissman, and I'm from buildmysiteforfree.com.
Awesome. Roy is a wizard with WordPress and likes to help spread the word, as well as I do, that you can use WordPress. It's not just a blog. It's actually a platform that you can use to manage your entire website. And we have a WordPress theme that we actually are starting to manage from our affiliate management. And it's a theme that uses pages actually instead of posts. And I know I've gotten some questions about that lately too. So, Vinny, you use some sites that, you use WordPress, and we're talking, I guess we should clarify, we're talking about the WordPress that you download from WordPress.org, not that you use hosted on WordPress.com, because on WordPress.com, you can't put advertising, and if you're an affiliate, that is not a good thing.
A lot of affiliates don't know that.
Yes, we do see some websites come through our to be approved for affiliate programs that are on WordPress.com, and we have to contact them back and tell them that their site's gonna get shut down. So they need to go to WordPress.org. And why don't you walk us through that a little bit, Roy? What do they need to do?
Well, in essence, if you want to use WordPress, well, first of all, if you sign up for hosting, a number of the hosting companies also provide an installation script to help you get WordPress installed. So you don't always have to download it. But the key is you definitely want to be getting WordPress that you host on your own domain, because that's what you own it. It's your name, and whatever you want to do with it, it's yours, and you can use it anyplace else. Plus, as you said, Debbie, you have far more. You can't do advertising on WordPress.com, and on your own domain, you can do whatever you want to do. And what's great about WordPress is, in addition to being really unbelievably easy to use, there's like zillions of software add-ons and features that give you tons of opportunities to really build up a very vibrant website.
And we've done that. Like we recently switched a couple sites over to our small biz theme, and they have the pages as the front end instead of having your blog as the front end. So if you just need to put up like a yellow pages type site for yourself, you can just use pages for that, and then you can use the blog. The blog isn't your front facing, but the blog is there to help you.
Built into the theme.
It's built in so that you can use the blog part for your newsletters and your Twitter updates and all that kind of thing.
What's great about WordPress is it's what as I think you mentioned earlier, a content management system, a CMS they call it.
Mm-hmm.
What's great about that is every time you write articles and things and whatever content you put up there, it's stored in a database. And what makes that very valuable is if you change the design of your website, automatically your articles are still there and just display according to your new design.
Good point.
As opposed to old school websites, when people put things in HTML, every page was static, and anything you changed was this massive effort of having to copy and paste and move things around and get the formatting set up. Whereas with WordPress, you literally, and they have these things called themes, which are graphic designs. And literally, you could say, I don't like the look of my website, upload a new theme, click activate, and boom, there's a whole new look for your website, and the same articles and information are displaying in the new theme. So it's just, and WordPress, when you add content to WordPress, like articles, it's like working in Word, it's like a word processor,
Mm-hmm.
It's like a word program. I mean, there's always little nuances, but they make it really easy to add content. I think one of the big things, and I guess our site and what I try to do, I'm a non-techie, so I like anything that's easy to use. The second I have to think about it, I get aggravated.
That sounds like me.
I get aggravated. Oh, no, I don't want to figure it out. So if I like WordPress, anybody would like WordPress, because I like the fact that you just copy and paste it. And you can even there's actually a function if you can email into your WordPress blog or website and post things. So you could be sitting with your iPhone or any smartphone, any place in the world, send an email to your website, and it gets posted. That's how easy it is.
And Vinny's mastered that.
Yeah, I've done that pretty good with the Droid. I end up a lot of times I'll use the dictation in the Droid and speak into the phone and end up posting that as on my blog.
Isn't that amazing?
And he's not here, so I'll be like, what did Vinny just post?
Yeah.
You better watch out. If someone else get that email address, they'll have a field day. You got to be careful.
Got to be careful.
Now, the thing about WordPress is, a lot of people wondering probably, well, where does this WordPress come from? Who created it? There's actually a company that created WordPress called Automatic. And what they've done is they give WordPress away for free for small users. Well, actually to everybody, but effectively WordPress is also used for major websites like the New York Times, CNN, Ford Motor Company. You'd be amazed how many major players are using WordPress. And that's what makes it unique, because it's very scalable. So even if you start off with a small website and you start growing, WordPress is designed to grow with you. And what WordPress does, what Automatic does, is actually they make their money on selling WordPress hosting to major players like the New York Times, where they bring in their programmers. But for most of us, I don't think we're going to have a website that has 20 million page views a day. So we don't need to worry about an enterprise installation. But it's good to know that the software you're using is scalable. And as you grow, it will grow with you. And it gives you the ability to get larger and get more traffic. So I think that's an important part of it, too.
Actually, I just looked on my phone to see how I do it. And I actually have on the Droids, I actually have an app from WordPress. So I don't have to use that email address thing that you talked about.
He actually logs right in.
I actually log right into my WordPress backend right from my Droid.
Right. So that's the beauty of WordPress, because Automatic made that, but there's thousands of programmers writing software that work with WordPress, whether they're making graphic themes or whether they're making plugins, which are the software add-ons for your website or blog. And a lot of them are free. That's another. I'm amazed. You talk about backing up your website. There's a plugin for that, and there's actually many plugins for it. But you can get a plugin for it. It takes 2 minutes to install it. Then you got to set it up and make sure it's backing it up. And automatically it backs it up and sends it to you every week or however often you want it to do it.
And one of the reasons that people build plugins and the reasons that it's safe to use free plugins is because it's developed by someone who's offering some kind of a consulting service. So they want to look good. So they want you to use their free plugin, and then you'll go over and look at their website and you'll decide you want to use their design services or something else. So the people who build the plugins have a really good incentive to keep those plugins up to date and to support them into the future, because they're not charging you for something, but they're using it as an advertising platform, basically.
Right. Now, you brought up a really good point. You said, and the reason it's safe, and that's really important, because whenever you're installing something, you want to make sure that it's safe.
Mm-hmm.
One of the rules of thumb I kind of use, I think your point, make sure you're getting it from somebody that has an objective. And if you're getting it from their website, you can see they have a business, you can see they have a phone number, you can see they're real. But another great place, we have a directory on our website for plugins where we've kind of curated the ones we like the best on Build My Site for Free. And there's also a directory at WordPress.org. They have a lot of plugins up there too. So pretty much if you're getting them from us or you're getting them from WordPress.org, you're pretty sure they're okay.
Yes.
There was WordPress.org, I believe, does some kind of due diligence before they put a plugin up, as well as the fact it's a pretty large community, and if there was a problem, people would say it, and it would be taken down in minutes.
Yeah, they would.
So that's important to know where you're getting your stuff from.
And that's another good point, is that the WordPress software is very well supported by Automatic and by the people who are, the whole development team. And when they hear of a security problem, they address it immediately. And there are people who complain about the number of updates that come out. But I have to say, I used content management systems in the past. I mean, we're talking late 90s, early 2000s. And I used PHP Nuke. And it was a great system, but it was hacked by, every hacker in the universe targeted it and went after it. And I know they're still around now, but I got entire servers hacked because they got in through one install. So I won't use their software ever again. But WordPress stays on top of it, and all those little annoying updates are for your own good, and that you should always make sure you're using the latest version. And the newer installs show you right at the top. They give you a notification that there's an update available and you should install it.
And they make it really easy. You just literally have to click on it and it updates it. The only thing I caution, if you have a complicated website or you've installed a lot of plugins and you have a lot of stuff going on, make sure you've backed up both your database and your website. And if you really want to play it safe, back up all your plugins and theme section before you do the WordPress backup.
Yep. Go do if you have access to FTP and you know what we're talking about, take that WordPress content, the WP content folder, and download it to your own computer.
Right, because even though I tell you I've done it plenty of times, I've never had a problem. Knock on wood, as they say, right? I've never had a problem, and I have some websites that have probably too many plugins on them. But you got to watch carefully, because sometimes when you have all these different plugins, each plugin has its own things. And sometimes you got to also watch out. Sometimes plugins can conflict with each other, and you put two in and you don't understand why something's not working right. And then you shut a bunch of them off and then everything works fine. So you got to always be sensitive. You are installing a lot of software. But that's, in reality, you rarely have problems most of the time. And the beautiful part of WordPress is not just automatic, but it's such a large community. There's something like 30 million individual WordPress.org type websites. So people put up their own sites in WordPress. So it's a huge community. So if something's wrong, everybody's on it. And when you think about all the thousands of programmers that wrote those plugins that want you to like their business and everything, they have a vested interest in making sure that WordPress works properly too. So you got a lot of checks and balances there, which makes it good.
Now, we're going to do a separate podcast in a little bit that's going to talk more about how plugins help your site and what themes to pick and all that good stuff. What I really want to focus on right now for the next couple minutes is explain to an affiliate why a WordPress site is better than an HTML site. And I know I have an opinion on that and Benny does, but let's hear from you first.
Sure. Well, first of all, if I want to sell an affiliate product and I picked my niche and I got my domain name, I can install my WordPress site and start putting my articles up there within 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes, I've got my site going. And then what's also great, and we'll talk about that in the next one, is there's a whole bunch of plugins which will integrate ClickBank products, Amazon products, Commission Junction products, and you can build affiliate stores that literally within an hour you could probably have a very vibrant affiliate website, and in less than an hour if your content's all ready to go. Literally have your whole site up and running, and it automatically pings. There's all kinds. It's so easy, and it's the ability. A lot of people with affiliate products, you want to have a website that's specific to that product. So maybe your first website's about weight loss, and then you want to build another website about fitness. Well, you literally could put up both sites in a matter of a couple of hours and have them all tweaked and ready to go. And there's ready-made themes. So you literally can say, okay, I like the look of this theme, and there's so many free themes. You could find some free themes that are optimized for affiliate use, and just put them in and use the same theme over and over again. So
and just really change the header,
Yeah, just change the graphics. If you really want to focus, if you're like me, you're a business guy, you're a non-techie, you want to focus on making money, not on fixing web pages and solving technical problems. Believe me, I told James, I said they should just put a camera in my office and I could sell access to programmers to watch me. They would pay, they'd be like, what is he doing? Why is he doing that? I mean, that's so weird. And it's like, I don't want to be doing it. So believe me, I love WordPress because I'm not doing any of that. I'm just putting the website up and I'm focusing on, do I like my article? Where am I doing my links? I'm focusing on the things that are going to make me money, that are easy for me to do and that I get.
Well, and one other thing I want to point out, and you touched on it earlier, is that back in the day when everybody, and there are still people that build HTML websites, but back in the day when people were just starting to do HTML websites, they would do a section with one theme, and then they would change something up and do another section with another theme, or for a while it was really popular to have every single page look different. Because, this page is about puppies and this page is about kittens and this page is about selling dog food. And every page would have totally different theme, totally different layout.
I forgot all about
colors. You haven't been to one of our favorite people's websites lately.
Yeah.
And with WordPress, it condenses your entire theme has, or your entire website, no matter what theme you're using, has consistent navigation, a consistent look. It looks professional, and it looks all put together. So, and that's one of the things, like, you may not, Roy, you may not have come across that because you never saw somebody who built a page with AOL Page Builder back in the day, or
Microsoft Front Page.
Microsoft Front Page.
I've seen some crazy things.
Yes. So, I mean, there's people out there, I go to their website and I'm like, please change to WordPress. Oh, but won't that be hard? Not really, because if you have to update your pages anyway, as you update a page, bring it into WordPress and and then do a redirect to but that's kind of complicated for a lot of people. But you can move your content into WordPress and redirect your pages back into your WordPress as you're updating your site.
One other big thing about WordPress, it's great for getting indexed in Google.
Mm-hmm.
Google generally likes WordPress sites. It likes the navigation. And there's some good plugins like Sitemap and all-in-one SEO that help you really fine-tune your website so that you can get indexed well and maximize your SEO potential.
And without you having to understand what a sitemap is and what SEO is, you just follow the boxes that are there on the page when you make a blog post.
Exactly. Click, 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 and have dinner.
I like that. Click, 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 and have dinner. So, in order for someone to use WordPress, they have to register a domain, which is like $10 a year. And then they have to purchase hosting, which you can get for pretty cheap, but basically you can get decent hosting for about $10 a month. And then you just, like you said, there's a one-click install, or you go to WordPress.org and you download it. And, you can be up and running. If you have to use FTP, you can use a free program called FileZilla that'll help you through the process of uploading your files. So basically, it's a really simple way to put up a very cohesive, professional-looking website in a very short period of time.
Can I mention one thing? We did a resource page for everybody.
Okay, great.
Because we have on our website, we created a page. If you go to buildmysiteforfree.com/affiliate ABCs, ABCS,
Mm-hmm.
you will find a resource page. We put links to, we created a list of the 12 must-have plugins for every WordPress website or blog.
Okay.
So it tells you, and we have links to every one of them.
Okay.
We have an article about 6 steps to launch your WordPress website now.
Okay.
How to install WordPress plugins. We have over 1,000 themes. We have a lot of resources. We actually have some good special offers. We have a book that walks you through, a free ebook that walks you through how to install WordPress, called How to Become a WordPress Expert in 24 Hours. And we email you the free ebook, make it really easy. And then we even have a special offer for people if they don't even want to do the work. So,
okay, beautiful.
So if they just go to buildmysiteforfree.com/affiliate ABCs, the name of your show, they'll see all kinds of stuff there, links to everything they'd need.
That's beautiful. So in closing, the final point, Roy, that you would like to make?
I just like to say that I think, I believe, and of course I'm saying it, I don't own WordPress. I don't make any money when people use WordPress. So I think if you really are a business person, I mean, technical people sometimes enjoy doing a lot of the technical stuff. Nothing wrong with that. But if you're kind of like a non-techie like me, and you'd like to really focus on building some really potent websites that are going to make you money and not get stuck on the technical stuff, then you definitely should be using WordPress and working with WordPress. And our site has all kinds of information on it. Most of it is free. Everything's free. So that'd be nice if there are things we make money on, so hopefully they'll spend some money on a few things.
And affiliates understand that.
But the beautiful part of our site, we have over 1,000 themes you can look at. We have plugins that we've curated, things that we think are good. We have affiliate plugins. There's tags on all the stuff, so when you get to the plugin section. And a lot of the stuff is free. So we have a lot of tutorials. So if you want to know how to do it, if you install WordPress, you're not sure how to, put a post up or a page, we're building up our tutorials. We have lots of videos there too. So, definitely you should look into it. And you can literally put up a WordPress website during the term of this show.
Yeah.
If you start at the beginning, by the end of the 15 minutes, you could have your website up.
Beautiful. Vinny?
That's good. I like it. And as you get better and better installing WordPress, I could have 5 sites going?
Yeah.
You could have 5 sites by the end of the show.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. And one of them making money.
One of them making money by the time you finish the 5th one.
Exactly.
Probably, yeah.
Exactly.
And another thing, too, that people need to know, my closing thought is that you can add a WordPress blog to an existing website. So if you have
Yes.
a website that you're getting traffic to and you just want an easier way to manage your content and add on, you can keep your HTML front end and use your blog in a subdirectory and have it supplement your site and feed your information out in a more efficient manner to get you out to the public.
That's kind of the way I have all my sites set up because, Roy, all my sites, my main sites were built so long ago that they're actually in front page. And I use the blog as my email newsletter, basically.
Well, you can do it on a subdomain. Absolutely. It works beautifully.
Yep. So, all right. Well, we don't want to overwhelm people too much. We're going to do another podcast with you and go into some more details. Like I mentioned, posts versus pages. I think we'll save that for our next podcast. It'll give people something to come back for and listen to the next one. So if you're listening to this on iTunes, I know many of you listen to our show on iTunes, please come to affiliateabcs.com and you will see the show notes and you will get that link and some other links to the resources page that Roy mentioned if you're driving in your car and you can't write it down right now. So just come on over to affiliateabcs.com. And Roy, do you have a Twitter account people can follow you at?
Build my site free.
Okay, so it's twitter.com/buildmysitefree.
I couldn't put build my site for free. It was too long.
Too long, yeah. Vinny?
You can find me at Twitter/Vinny O'Hare.
And people can find me at twitter.com/Loxley, LOXLY, and Affiliate ABCs at twitter.com/Affiliate ABCs. We also like to thank geekcast.fm, as always, for hosting our podcast and all of our content. And we'd encourage you to go to their website and find other programs about marketing and building websites and marketing your websites. They have a lot of really interesting podcasts. So thanks for listening, and everybody have a great day.